What's up, guys? Sorry, here I look a little bit ragged. I just worked out a whole bunch and I'm a little sweaty. And yeah, so what problems today? A lot of problems. The action is very hard to trade to the long side. What ends up happening day after day after day is that the pre-market gets all the action. Actually, no, you got TMNG. Okay, so TMNG did have a lot of action into the open. I didn't trade. I didn't trade this. I don't know why, but I just didn't trade it well on the upside, I guess, or I was a little bit too timid. But edible, edible, you know, had a lot of action in the pre. Came out, but it was just a weird stock. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not trading the action well that is presenting itself. Looking back, it looks all very picturesque and perfect and easy to read, and it was anything but easy to read. Liquidity was weird. Like, it was just like just very weird fills. I wasn't doing well. And then what was the other? There was like another stock, an NH something or another. NRXS. NRXS did like another big move into the in the pre, like, it's just like all kind of happening right there. Like, the open volume doesn't even match how much volume there is in the 815 candle. I mean, it's like goes from 2 to 7, doesn't do anything really at the open except for just fade all day. Yeah. And then when I get there, it's like, well, eat dirt, go kick rocks. Then you have like crazy stocks like coming out of nowhere, like this TNMG going from 62 cents. I guess they all come out of nowhere, but it does this like top and tail. This is a recovery, and then like goes much higher, and it was below $1, and I did not trade it well. Let's actually get into the video, see if I can see why I didn't trade any of this garbage well. Everything that I did, I just didn't do well today. And I'm just going to complain, and I'm going to complain, and I'm going to complain some more because that's what I feel like doing. NRXS, I don't even want to see it. Okay, so TNMG, what the fuck was going on? Okay, so this is, I think, what I was looking at. It's just such low volume. Like, look at this. It hits 95 cents. I pull it up here, and it's sub $1 with 100,000 shares of volume. It's less than 500,000 shares for the first couple 5-minute candles. It's just drifting upwards, and I'm like, what? How do these things can move like 10 cents in a pop, and it does move 10 cents in a pop to the upside though, and I'm like, where do I get in? I don't know. There would have been a good place. Okay, so I try to get in here. What happens? Or I get out there. There's some tricky thing that happened. I was a little bit off on the orders. Trading with small size. Okay, so I get in there at 76, and it shakes around, and then it's back above my level that I got in at before, and I'm like, what the fuck? The seller's still there. So I jump back in. I get in at $1, and I get out for a small win, but then I'm just like jumping in and out a little bit. I mean, maybe not too fast, too slow, I guess. Oh, I don't even know, man. Yeah. So normally what happens is you have a big 5 minute candle. I would say about 70% of the time you have a big 5 minute candle, like high volume like that, already tested above a dollar and like pulling back here. I'm like, this is probably going to go test lower, do like a Christmas tree pattern, right? Today, wrong. Like even this is like slightly higher going lower, even though it looked like it was kind of getting bought up, which it was. I, you know, okay. So here for the sell, it pops above a dollar. There's sellers jumping in. I'm patient. I wait here for the dip. There was a buyer on the ass that got sold into, and that's why it dipped lower. I cut it immediately. I don't get back in. It's moving pretty wild here, percentage wise. It's up 70%. It's back above a dollar, and then it's like now it starts skipping pennies. It has a level at 107. This was continuation. Kind of taps that level, and so I'm like, I don't want to go for the break at this level. That could have been a mistake. I could have gone for the break. I think it taps a dollar here, and I'm kind of waiting for it. Nope, doesn't tap. Kind of just holds and goes. It looks like it's trying to. But like my rhythm on these has just been kind of off lately. Like I'm just like unsure of myself and unsteady. And usually because I'm just wrong all the time. And so now it's up to 90%. So it was in that 1 minute candle, it jumped 20%. So you would think that there would be some like containment of that move by sellers. It is on short sale restriction. There is like a continuation level high that it's breaking above right there. So fails on reading that accurately, but I was managing risk. So fails slash success comes over here. Does the edible is moving at the same time while I was trying to pay attention for a curl on NRXS, which just sold off, Okay. Edible was an interesting one. I remember this one just seemed tricky. I don't know what the setup is that I'm taking here. Yeah. I buy in late right there. I buy in just slightly too late. It didn't have good differentiation in the timing of the orders going through. Like there was a bunch of red right there, and it kind of tapped below there. I was waiting for it to hit 50, and I was kind of watching the chart, not the level 2, and by the time I'm hitting the buy button, so I'm just a little bit late on that, and I'm already buying it up into 70 cents when it was just at 60 cents, 360. And now I'm sitting here with, 1,500 shares as it's holding 2 cents below my level, so I cut it. Good on me, right? That was the correct move. Let's see what happens now. And so I missed this entire consolidation here. It's just wasn't clear for me what to do today. So I lost. I'm down $250, by the way. I add to the next yesterday's $200. Okay. Not doing too well. That 5 minute doesn't look fantastic, by the way. It doesn't look horrible, but it also doesn't look great. So it looks like it's coming down to test here. What's going to happen? I keep kind of waiting for a test of the 50 level. I don't know why. The 1 minute candle is about to close. Okay, what happens here? I'm hesitating. There was a little bit of a buy window right there. Okay, so now it's back up. I could have recouped a little bit there, but I hesitated just a little too long. I was waiting for the dip below. The dip below may not even have been the right move because it kind of stacked hesitatingly, and so if it did break down, it would have been probably a little bit more wild than I expected. Okay, so it pushes up higher, and now I feel like if I were to buy in here, it would kind of be a chase. So where would I chase well? I'm thinking maybe set back down to 75. A little dip down back to 75 and hold. Oh, right there maybe. Oh, geez, it goes real low. Okay, see, I would have gotten roasted on that. Really not reading that well. Interesting. Now, if it starts to reclaim, as these do, or as these can do, but no, it gets unloaded into. Where's the low on this? This is really what I want to know. I don't remember. I didn't really watch this. I'm playing the halt right now. The halt open on TNMG. But yeah, I think this has a lot to do with it's just not being the right setup there. That was more just like somewhere to sell instead of somewhere to buy. But there has to be some alpha somewhere there. Looks like it's holding the lows there. Maybe buy in right there. See if it wants to hold. If it goes below 44, gotta cut it. Looks like, yep, cut. And then it's right back up. So what do you do there? That's a tricky one. Maybe stay holding. Stay holding off on buying again because it looks like it's creeping lower. Boom, boom. Okay, now maybe buy. This looks nasty. So I guess I would be holding a 37 position or so. Nah, sell that. That doesn't look good. Yeah, so like the edible just wasn't getting. It just had like long carries in either direction. Like once it started to move, but it was almost like how do you even? I don't know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I don't like it. I think I know that ticker. I think I've traded it before, and I just know that it's like I've traded almost every common ticker that small caps have, and they all, not all of them, but like a lot of them suck. And you get to know the ones that really suck really bad. And then SYTA at the open, this one was an annoying little sucker. It was not fun. I was right and wrong all at the same time, and I was even with small size getting handed, getting my cajones handed to me. Mm. Just like wild action, not going exactly what I want. I'm trying to sell up there at '06, but there's not enough buyers, and it just like goes all the way down to 83 again. I'm just like, yeah. I think I let it go red. That's the big problem. Letting my winning positions go red. All right, we can watch this. Yeah, so I let that go red. I was up for a second, 100 and something. Did I have a second to get out? I don't know. Letting my orders go red. Jumping in to upticks, which I'll show later. Missed it again. Yeah, so I did have a chance to get out, basically break even. I was so far in the green for a second that I was like, oh, this is gonna go back. And of course it does go back. I'm getting ready to get back in here. I think I mark it back in like a fool. Yep. And I know it's a foolish move because it barely made a new low there, and so I'm just like, ah. So I'm holding. Shouldn't be holding, but I'm gonna get chalked out here. I think I should be cutting right there. Oh boy, that's nice. Okay, so I'm green again. And the same thing happens. Same exact thing. At least that one I get out break even. But like I don't take the small profit that I had. And when I say small profit, like look how far it was up. I mean it was like I get to about a like 77 to 90. That's 15 cents or so, 14, 13 cents maybe. Like I'm not taking that when I'm already like when I have no cushion on the day. It's like you know. Fuck. It's okay because no one watches my YouTube videos anyway. So who gives a? And then it starts going, of course, once I get shook. You know, because I just wasn't patient to read it right. And then where did I lose? Where did I lose big? A lot. I mean, not big, but just mid-size. Why was I taking a rejection? Oh my god. That's dumb. All of these things that I literally have in my notes from last week. To not do, I am doing, and I don't know why. Taking dips off SIG levels. So it's just like these are all in the heat of the moment. A lot of these seem right. Okay, let's look at why I did it. Okay, so it shoots up. I don't take the highs. Awesome, right? And then it dips down. What am I looking at? I think I'm looking at that 20 SMA, which is stupid, but can be helpful. And it looks like it's getting kind of bought here. And then immediately when I buy, and then I try to put an order on the ask. What a silly move. Okay. Oh boy. Wow. All right. Why, looking back on this, do I know what I'm doing wrong? And can I see it clearly? And I can't see it in the moment. I see it run up this much. I'm like, well, maybe it's going to halt. And then that was the only good position I took down there. Oh boy. Yeah, so I'm thinking about like why when I see this stuff in retrospect, okay, so that looks like a rejection right there, but I don't take it. Good. What happens following this? Okay, it's kind of like holding up. Where would be the entry? Maybe the close of the candle? Ah, no, there would be no entry. The entry would be at the test of 6. But the test of 6 was a rejection, right? Okay, so the entry maybe would be the open of this candle. And you cut it. Hmm. There may be no entry here. Because this is a rejection of VWAP. Like for all intents and purposes, huge red volume there. It's holding 6. Hmm. Yeah, that'd be really tricky to take any of those entries. So I don't even think that would be. There'd be no. There was like maybe a couple technical entries there, but that's tricky. Maybe on the volume. And then I expected the same thing to happen again. I don't sell right there. I try to sell on the ask. Another stupid thing that I did. Ugh! Really frustrated. All right. The question is how to execute well when you know what to do, but you're not doing it well. Because it's in a high pressure situation, your reflexes are getting juked by the market, getting juked by the algorithms, getting juked by the other traders. The head fakes, I understand where they're at looking back. I understand how to see them and why what I did was improper, but in the moment it looked good. So one thing I could have done, maybe even still took the trade, but exited. I don't even think so. I don't even think so. It came from like it made such a big run coming from so far below. Fuck. Well, that's about it. I mean, that was about the gist of my day, just doing stuff improperly and just being offsides. And that's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. Edible doing this thing. I didn't trust it. I thought NRXS had more potential. Edible, I don't even think had news. No, they had news. Never mind. Huh. Huh. Well, all right. I also don't like the edible chart, but I guess it's better than the just flat top forever and then fail on NRXS. And the volume profile is better on edible as well. Ay, ay, ay. So many things that I was not seeing in the morning. just a little bit frustrated about that, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to get back at it again tomorrow, and I will see you guys then. Have a good night. Goodbye.